What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today to talk about the X-Men reworks that are effectively live now in the game since reset yesterday. So definitely stay tuned here, guys, if you want to hear about which 5 characters have been updated and reworked. But as well, I want to talk more about the high level, what to anticipate, especially now that we're seeing these changes getting effectively applied. It means that there's going to be some big updates coming very, very soon here, and especially with how they went over the teasers in terms of the potential X-Men. We previously alluded that Xavier could be coming, but it could be something a little different now. So definitely want to be staying tuned and updated on regards to how that's going to be shaping up. So let's get right to it, guys. First and foremost, as I alluded to earlier in the intro, the stat updates are now effectively live. So thankfully, my Phoenix was already gear tier 18. I brought her into Dark Dimension 6, and to my surprise yesterday when I logged into the game, you can see already her getting a significant boost. So what you see on the left is in the MSF website, where you can see they obviously didn't get updated until you actually sync your roster, but she was currently sitting at 327,000, and then she got that huge significant update to 370. So we want to see what those changes are going to be. So you can actually see the different stat updates and increases on the website as well, but you can see that's almost a 45k bump in total combat power here, which is pretty sizable, and making her, you know, stay relevant and competitive. But where did those changes go in? That's what we'll be deep diving in our next slide here. So again, I like using this legend because it really breaks down where they rank compared to the other characters in the game, which is well north of 200, right? So S rank is usually top 25. We have the A ranking being the top 50 characters in the game, B being top 100, and then as well as C being within 200 range. Now, typically wherever they land, if they're closer to the other, we can segregate that low better with the minus and plus signs. That's why we see that breakdown here. So 5 confirmed characters with the reworked stats are Phoenix, Jubilee, Kitty Pryde, Colossus, and X-23. And I do like the fact that they included, 2 legendary characters that are currently on the X-Men classification, because it's giving us a really big opportunity here to theory craft once their kits have been revised and updated. And I think both Jubilee and Phoenix are very interesting because they can provide a lot of value in different game modes depending on how they rework their kits. So also their synergy with the other X-Men characters, if they broaden that scope, it's going to get very, very interesting in terms of the theory crafting potential, just with this group having the largest multitude of different characters within the X-Men traits. Now, having said that, let's quickly go over what really got revised here, and then a brief summary here. So you can see the majority of these characters now are sitting really healthy at HP, the exception being Kitty Pryde. She was always a lower HP character compared to the rest, but even characters like Phoenix sitting at a little bit past the top 50 range. We have Jubilee and Colossus being close to that top 25, Colossus especially being a top 10, top 15 contender with the S+. And then we also have X-23 and Phoenix rounding out an A-. So I mean, they're actually doing really good for HP overall since their revisions, making them more relevant. Damage is by far the most impressive out of the changes. As you can see, the majority of them sitting in A, and then obviously Phoenix having that huge burst in damage being S-. And then lastly, not surprising, the armor, I don't know if this was been reviewed or updated yet, but they're all sitting near that C range, and it kind of makes sense. X-Men characters are pretty squishy at times, but they make they more than compensate with their kit synergies, and as well as, again, their high HP, high damaging characters that you can bring into your team. But lastly, I do have to say though, I hope there's going to be maybe some additional review coming for this, but the speed is definitely something that needs to get looked at, in my honest opinion, because we have both Phoenix and X-23, both, if I think about the lore, these both should be quicker characters. Just either the use of, pure physical stats like X-23 or the mental strength of Phoenix. They should be faster than, in my honest opinion, than the 118 and 115. And then Jubilee, Kitty Pryde, and Colossus are just absolute molasses. Look, they're going to be very, very slow in battle. So hopefully they get another rework here in terms of the speed side. I don't know if they're done just yet. It looks like HP and damage were the ones that were more recently updated. Armor and speed may have to be something that they need to look into further. But in summary, guys, HP is super solid now. Damage is really good. Armor is still not great. And again, they're very, very slow. So I suspect that there probably will be some more changes coming. But that, or maybe there's a mechanic that we're missing, right? If you recall, Part of Jubilee's shining strength is the turn meter manipulation when enemies go down. Kind of very similar to how Hive Mind and the symbiote kind of functions. So that would be very interesting if that gets kicked in here. But so far, nothing's in the kits yet. We haven't seen any updates to the broader X-Men as a whole with these characters, but it's just been stat increases. So it's definitely something we want to be mindful of, especially if we have another reset, we have another patch coming up. This could be very well something I'm going to be checking right away, as it looks like they're already kind of, pre-planning the type of updates that are coming as well. So guys, last but not least, I just want to go over a quick recap here on what's upcoming, right? And a couple of key reminders here and how we can best prepare for the 2024 year. If you recall, we went through the poll, very similar to how we did Void Knight, and we, all voted unanimously that Panda Pool was going to be the selected and featured character. So we know he's coming. We know his team and potential team is coming as well. We just don't know who that may be. Now, keep in mind too, similar to how we voted for Void Knight and both Carnage and obviously Venom got those reworks, we could very well see a rework coming to X-Force. More specifically, especially tying back to, Wolverine and Deadpool movie, I suspect those two characters could very well be on the team. We don't know yet, obviously. I wouldn't bring them up, but it's just one of those, good nods and reminders that there's a movie coming that's going to be pretty hyped, and as well, we voted for Panda Pool, so there could very well be some sort of Deadpool, Panda Pool synergy team, in addition to Wolverine, especially since we don't see Wolverine getting confirmed as an X-Men. However, there's just so much love for the character, similar to Captain America, so I don't think he's going to be going away anytime soon, but definitely something to be mindful of. Do not invest until we get that confirmation, and I'll keep you guys up to date, obviously. But is this it? I don't think so. There's more. I think there's definitely more potential. Having said that, fan favorites and characters like Beast are not considered yet, and again, we don't know what this tease character is yet, right? Now that we went through the interview and saw with the content, we don't know if it's Xavier, but there could very well be another X-Men related character that's kind of mega sized, so we definitely do need to be on the watch for that. Having said that, I think mutant gear is going to be very, very important for 2024, especially for those accounts that do not have Apocalypse unlocked yet. Now, if you recall with Apocalypse, you need both Unlimited X-Men and Death Seed to be leveled up and obviously used for the unlock. Gear tier 17, level 90. So even in the unlock of Apocalypse himself, you're going to need at least 10, 11 mutants if you want to bring up Apocalypse. So it's already a huge gear crunch as it is. We need to be very, very strategic with how we're using this mutant gear. I suspect that's going to be a big, big bottleneck. And last but not least, guys, don't forget about key synergy plug and play characters, right? We have all these new teams coming out, these X-Men character reworks, but at the end of the day, characters like Gambit, Nightcrawler, they were essentially designed and made to be slotted into different X-Men teams going forward into the future here. So we definitely need to be mindful of that and aware of that potential there, right? And obviously, I don't think they're going to be phased out with new mutant teams coming, especially given how their kit has been aligned. And especially the case of Gambit, if you look at how, he was previously slotted in with Unlimited, and now he has that potential to pivot to Extreme and Unlimited depending on the situation. So really awesome to see for sure. This is the theory crafting potential that we really, really like. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, though. Definitely an exciting year for sure. X-Men are a huge fan favorite. Great to see that some of these updates are alive already and how significant they have been, especially to 5 data characters that really haven't been in the meta for quite some time. Always great to see for sure. I'll keep you guys up to date if I hear anything else, and thank you for your time as always. I'll catch you guys in the next one.